In this video, we're going over how you can make a left side button rotated 90 degrees that will stay with users as they scroll and appear on every page of your website. And ultimately, how to hide this element on tablet and mobile to give users the best experience possible on your website. Let's get started. My name is Nathan Menz, and all of us want to direct users' attentions for what's best for them and for us. This button is a great way to do that. You can see mine right here on this left sidebar. It is my subscribe button for my YouTube channel. Now, everything I build today is going to be built with Elementor Pro. You can use the free version, but you'll just have to paste the button on every page of your site that you'd like it to display on. Elementor Pro is the world's leading WordPress website builder. 5 million professionals who use it. I'm one of them. I use it on pretty much every site I build. And as you can see right here, it's pretty easy to use. I have another video on going over the basics of Elementor as well. But for this video, I will assume that you understand the basics of Elementor. First, we're going to want this button to be on every page of our site. Although we can put it on every page independently, I find it easier if we go and just put it in the footer so that everywhere the footer is, that button will also be there. Right now we see that this content area is boxed, and we're going to need this to be full width so that it can always be on the left side of the screen, no matter what screen size our user has. So I'm going to make a new section, and I'll make this section full width. Now I'm going to add a button. And with this button, we can see that it's stationary in this section. We're going to want it to move as we scroll and stay in the same place. So we can go to Advanced and then go down to Positioning, and then we're going to want the width to be inline. This is going to make the width only the area of the button. You can see the pencil icon moved a little bit to the left so that it is only that area. And then we can go to Position, and we're going to put this as fixed. And you can see the button just jumped up to the top left of the screen, and it is staying in the same place relative to the user's screen. Now, we're not going to want it all the way in the top left, but we will want it on the left-hand side. So the offset for horizontal should be 0, and for vertical, let's make that 33. And then we can see it's 33% from the bottom of our screen. So when we update this page, we can see that the button is here and it's on this left sidebar as the user scrolls. Obviously, there are a couple more things we want to fix, like we want to rotate it, change the text, and change the color so it doesn't disappear on this background. So now let's get started on rotating the button. So under Advanced, after we click on the button, we're going to put a CSS class of rotate. Then we're going to go down to the custom CSS, and we're going to copy paste this code that's in the description of this video. You can see that just rotated our button. But we can see now that there's a weird gap between this side of the screen. So let's use some pixels on the offset and take this down to -60. That should be perfect. And we can see it even adjust with different screen sizes with our -60 pixels. But I don't want this button to appear on tablet and mobile. I think it's just a little bit too big. So I'm just going to hide it on tablet and mobile under this responsive tab. Now we're going to go over to our content and change this to say subscribe because it's a button to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And then I'm going to leave this link empty because I'm just not yet ready to publish it. So now we know what it looks like in this preview, but let's see it on the live site. And here we go. We have this button on our left side now. It goes with the user as they scroll, but it's still just too blue. So let's change that. Let's make it a bright red, just so it really pops out to our user. And then let's make just a little bit darker of a red there. Let's see how that looks on the live site. Look at that. It really calls your attention right there. I found this red color too by looking at this blue. This is a gradient background there, but the bright red is a triad color with that bright blue. The darker red is just a darker red than the triad color. So now we just have one more thing to go through. This section is still showing that little white bar, so let's get rid of that. If we look at this section, we see that the gradient background is at 90-degree angle between those two blues. If we look at this section, we can just copy that. So if we go to Style and then Gradient Background, we can set the blues to be the exact same. And then we can set this angle to 90, and when we preview it, looks like it's not even there. Perfect. So as normal, let's update our page. Let's wait for it to load. And then when we reload this page, we can see it looks great. Now we have our button. It'll disappear as it goes to the smaller screen sizes, and it really catches our attention. If you liked this video and want to see more like it, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon right next to it so you're notified for every new post. There's also great links in the description that you should check out if you're a web designer or really any other creative. Thanks for watching.